Mystic forecast for February 24th to March 2nd. These are the personas of the week and your path to transformation and also a deep awareness. So want to level up your self-awareness and transformation this week. This Mystic forecast reveals the shadows to watch for in yourself and others, the core personas to embody and those to be careful of, the oracle to work towards daily and to unlock your best blueprint, and definitely, yes, again, these shadows to be aware of. So if we start with the core personas, these core personas are divided by, these are the insights, the core personas that you really want to strive for this week. These core personas, these are the ones that you're going to want to watch out for and how it can drop into the shadow. And then also these, how we can really move into the oracle. So I'm going to start out with the fabler. The fabler is someone who creates a narrative to their benefit. Their stories are very hard to follow. There's a particular narrative that they want individuals to really believe, and they're not necessarily truths. These are people where you get that kind of feeling of, I don't believe they're telling the full story. So this is really to watch out for this type of persona, the fabler, this week, but also watching within yourself. Are you becoming the fabler? Are you embellishing stories? So stories have the power to unite when they are built on truth. So the fabler, if you do fall into that, remember that quote, the stories were really the authentic storyteller and not to fall into the persuasion or narratives. Let's move into the shadow weaver. The shadow weaver is a tactical influencer. And really, they're using influence for manipulation. So really be mindful of those that are creating a storyline or, hey, look at this, look over here, but they're done with very great strategy and precision. They really weave the narrative to move you in the direction that they want, but it doesn't always feel that good. When you're looking at these particular personas, they can either drop down to a shadow or to also be cautious of a shadow that you may encounter, but also a shadow within yourself. So the Veiler really thrives on secrecy and subtle manipulation. So it's really these two combined really make up this, where they really avoid the transparency. They create the distance and mistrust in what they're saying or what they're doing, really their actions here. Their actions aren't following through with what they're saying, and their words and what they're doing really feels like binding, or they're trying to bind people or individuals. So something that can really counter the deep whispers of the core and the shadow is now really moving into, okay, the core of really pulling out, even though this is on the whisper path, which we can get down into in a deeper level in the patron section, but really the core, even though it's a whisper, this is a positive. So the charmer can build trust and inspire collaboration. And this is only when they really balance their charm with the authenticity to create the meaningful connections. So it's really somebody that walks in and not necessarily commands the room, but has this really unique presence that can draw people in. And when they talk, they are inspiring. They do have that charm and that charisma, and they create those meaningful connections because they really connect in with people. The Sentinel Knight, another core. So this is a really loyal guardian. This is somebody that's very steadfast, dedicated to protecting others, but also they protect their own boundaries, and not in a aggressive way, but in a very gentle way, really balancing vigilance with adaptability to empower the growth. So true guardianship is not only about control, but also about empowering others to grow strong on their own. So the Sentinel Knight isn't about force. It's not about, being that really intense knight or fighting. This is all about really loyalty and being loyal to those around them through that leadership, through their really protective nature. And it's just standing up for, what you believe in a gentle way, but also standing up for others that might be wronged around you and standing for your values and boundaries. So if we really look at the oracle is very interesting that this was pulled with the fabler, because this is the oracle to, okay, how do you get out of this fabler? When you start to fabricate stories or fabricate truths, sometimes it can be hard to unwind that or get out of that habit. So the Veritas is the oracle to the fabler of, okay, sometimes for some people, truths might be difficult based off of fears, vulnerabilities, insecurities. So this is really walking through the fabler and how to tell those authentic storytelling. But what they're talking about are tools of connection. They really provide that clarity and trust. So share a personal story today, one that reveals a deeper truth about who you are or what you've learned. Observe how authenticity can strengthen connection. So truth is really the beacon that leads every story home. So if we look at this as a story or a map, what we're really looking for are individuals or within ourselves, people that are telling stories and weaving narratives that don't necessarily guide you to an actual truth. It's really based off of this ambiguity, I'm going to manipulate and tell a story that I want you to hear because I want a particular outcome. It is somebody that is trying to create a narrative in order to get a benefit for themselves, not for other people around them. And they're really stirring up that kind of manipulative narrative. And although people may be around us doing this, how we really balance that or counteract, whether that's within ourselves or if this is within us, this is how we counterpart it. But if this is external of people we may know, people around us, how we can move as individuals so we're not falling into or then creating other problems if we become another shadow, then creating more shadows and more shadows. So this is really a way to transform of, even though these people are doing these other things, what we can do is really move into that inspirational leader, really building that trust, inspiring others, inspiring collaboration, standing for your values, having great boundaries, not being aggressive, but leading with loyalty and protection, and really telling that authentic story, being that authentic person. And when we're talking to other people, is really being mindful of what kind of story we're telling and what are we trying to do with that story? What is our purpose here? And really coming back to these core for that purpose. So hope you have an amazing week, and this Mystic Persona read, I hope it does help your transformation. Looking forward to seeing you guys next week and on your personal journey. Please like, subscribe for Mystic Forecasts. And also join us on the Patreon for deeper dives, personal readings, and advanced transformation techniques. So which energy did you resonate with the most? Drop a comment with your insight.